My name is Mallory Hartley. I'm the associate producer here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Starting off the show a little bit differently today because we have a special guest in studio, Miss Tara Murrey, the VP of Marketing at Fresh Innovations and Yo Quiero.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for joining us again today.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, you've been on WTF before.
I have, yes.
But for those of our audience that don't know you quite as well yet, give them a little bit of a background on you and where you came from and how did you get involved with working for Yo Quiero?
I'm the VP of Marketing for Yo Quiero. I've been with the company now about 4 years, but I've been in the guacamole industry for almost 20 years. That means I've been in there since I've been about 12. No. We became interested in Dave Campbell's because I have 2 student athletes that are now almost graduating from college, and it's near and dear to my heart to see how student athletes are lauded in the state and how Dave Campbell, especially on the football side, really enhances those programs and has a voice for some of those student athletes that don't necessarily get that coverage statewide to really talk about their efforts and who they are and how they're doing, you know, on and off the field, which is what I love about Dave Campbell and everything that they do, and especially when I heard about the Team Mom program. Because with both of my daughters, I was a team mom and I was also a teacher for a period of time. So all of that, again, was very, very near and dear to my heart, and being able to sponsor the Team Mom program, to be able to meet, I think I met almost all the team moms except I think for the couple in Houston and Lubbock, I just couldn't make that travel work. But they are just such amazing people. They give so much back to the programs, and they're not looking for a big thank you. That's not why team moms do what they do. They do it because they really love the kids. They love their kids, of course, but they also love being around the other kids. And them giving back to those particular programs, you know, the schools are just so appreciative of what those moms do, and I know personally how hard they work, and so to me it was a great fit because we have such great products, you know, to build healthier people inside and out. So to me it was such an amazing fit for what we could do. Absolutely.
Now, and the campaign means so much to us, and we just wrapped up year 1. Like you said, and the winner of the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Team Mom Appreciation Award was Miss Jeremy Anderson out of Aledo, which is really cool because Texan Live, Aledo is actually a Dave Campbell's Texan Live school, so we broadcast all of their football games, and you were actually at that presentation. So
I was.
Tell me about that presentation.
Oh, you say it, and
you get goosebumps from it.
It does, and Jeremy's son actually, one of her sons actually goes to West Texas A&M, and my daughter knows him. So it was really great to just make that connection again, student athletes knowing student athletes, but just she was so surprised. And the people that nominated her were so excited and so thankful, and just couldn't say, you know, enough good things about her. And when we got there and talking to the football program about her, they're like, yes, she's the best. You know, everything that she does, the time and the energy and you know, the heart and soul really that she puts into the program is absolutely phenomenal. And you can tell, you know, with her winning, I think she won pretty handily through the voting. So you know that community really rallied behind her and got out there and voted and was like, yes, this is the one for this state of Texas. That team mom is the team mom.
I love that so much. Now, looking ahead to next year's campaign, week 4, you guys are going to be partnering with the Dallas Cowboys at Highland Park for this campaign. Tell me what's going to go into that presentation.
Well, we're still working out the details on that one. Last year it was an amazing event when we were at Highland Park and worked with that team mom, and we were able to get Drew Pearson, who was an absolute doll. He was so kind and so giving of his time. When people would want to take a picture with him, he had his Hall of Fame ring and his Super Bowl ring with him. He would take them off and let the other people wear it. And so he was just so kind and so giving of who he is to all of the fans. And so we'll kind of see what we can do this year. It's going to be really tough to top that because he's like one of my yes, it was
it's like
crazy.
starstruck moment.
Yes, it really was. I mean, I got total fangirl and I was like, oh, you know, but it was crazy, but it was wonderful. And Rowdy was out there, and so that he's always so much fun. He totally just went in through the crowd and got the crowd all riled up, and they did the coin toss with Drew and just had a blast. It was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, I wish I would have been there. That would have been such a cool thing to see.
It was really cool, definitely.
Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, Cowboys defensive end Marcus Lawrence is actually a proud endorser of the Teen Mom Appreciation Award.
Yes.
Because his wife is a teen mom herself.
She is. Sasha is a teen mom, and they're so insanely busy. Yes.
Oh, I'm sure.
With his schedule, I mean, when he's on the road, even when they have home games, I mean, he's not there. You know, he's practicing or watching film or in meetings. So Sasha is so involved with their kiddos, and they have such wonderful kids. They're so kind, and he and Sasha have done an amazing job with their kids.
And what does it mean for him, for such a big figure like DeMarcus Lawrence, to be a proud supporter of this award?
You know, I think to me, what I got from him, it was very humbling for him. Because, you know, he's very close to his mom and saw the sacrifices she made for him in his journey to be who he's become. Right. So for him to be able to endorse that and to give back, and his videos with all of that really meant a lot to him. He was so proud and so honored to be a part of it.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Now, sticking kind of on that same topic, we can't let you go without talking a little Texas football. Because last time you were on the show, you're getting goosebumps here.
I am.
We're really high on Texas football this year.
Yes, we are.
UT football, the UT Longhorns.
Yes.
Are you going to be going to any games this year? How are you feeling about the 2024 Texas Longhorns entering the SEC?
Gosh.
I've seen the schedule. Week 2 at Michigan. We're playing Texas A&M again this year.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Okay, first Del Conte just winning the AD of the year really made me excited. That was really thrilling.
That's good karma.
Yes, very good karma. And you know, I just have to be so thankful for Sark. You know, coming in and understanding the SEC, how the SEC works, the teams within the SEC. Obviously, when we beat Alabama on their home turf by, I think it was 42 to ridiculous. So really excited about that. Michigan makes me nervous. Without Harbaugh, we'll see, but I know their assistant coach that they've elevated, he's really good, and the people, his team really follows him and believes in him. So that's going to be a crazy game. But the game I'm really looking forward to is the A&M game. I really am. You know, I'm hoping that as the schedule continues, we'll get it on or near Thanksgiving. It's the 30th this year, which is the last game of the season, so I think the hype is going to be phenomenal. But I think you know, when I was at UT, those A&M games were an absolute blast. That was back when the bonfire was around, and I had a best friend that was at A&M, so I'd always go there for the games and vice versa. And it was just such a part of my growing up and the tradition of Texas football. So to have that game back and to have it be part of the lore of Texas football, I can't tell you how excited I am. And the schedule, you know, makes me a little nervous. But you know, Florida and Kentucky and some of those other games, I'm like, bring it on.
Easy stuff.
Bring it on. The way that Quinn's going to be this year, and I think Arch, you know, how he showed himself in the spring game. I'm fingers and toes crossed. I'm really saying hook 'em horns all the way this year for sure.
I think so too. And being just an outsider for that Texas A&M game, because my team is all the way from Michigan, so I'm looking at this as a neutral college football fan. That's got to be one of the most exciting games in the state. So, are you going to be going to that game? Maybe.
I don't know.
I think you have to.
I don't know. I've gotten to an age that my couch is a little more comfortable and a little more quiet
and free.
Than the ruckus of the game, because I'm one that when I go, I'm so tuned into the game that when I actually go to the stadium and watch the game, there's a lot of the peripheral and the noise, and I like the replay. So what happened there, and why did they make that call? I need, even though I can put the thing in my ear and listen, I like the being in front of my TV. My girls, when they were little, especially for the OU game, I literally would bring a camping chair into my living room, put it right in front of the TV, and the whole house would clear out. Because I'm like, I don't even want to go to the game. I want to be honed into what's going on the field. I want to be able to watch the replays. I need somebody to explain that ridiculous call or why we didn't get in the end zone. right now.
Correct.
And so to me, I want to be honed in on the game because I'm one when I go to the game, for any sporting event, like right. I'm honed in on the game. Don't talk to me, don't whatever, I'm in on the game.
And that it's funny that you say that because my dad is a big Michigan State fan. He went to Michigan State, and people always ask him, when you have these big games like that, what is your go-to place? You know, do you have a special bar that you like to go to? He's like, no, at home, because I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yes.
I don't want anyone distracting me. And he gets really nervous too.
Yeah.
I'm the same way as a college football fan. I get nervous. So I'm like, I want to be honed into the game. So much like you, I like to be at home for a big game and just take it all in from a fan behind the TV. So completely understand
very much
that.
so. And I have a really bad mouth, and I yell a lot, and not nicely.
I can totally relate to that.
So it's probably better that I just have my own space in my house. And even right now, talk about a great time to be a fan here in Dallas, right? Like last night watching the Mavs, tonight the Stars, the next 2 weeks, oh my God, is a sports heaven.
It really
I'm so excited. And you know, luckily my husband's traveling and my girls are now out of the house, so I have the whole house to myself for all of that, and it's amazing.
Don't have to watch your mouth or anything.
No,
like you are just free to say what you
I
want.
can put it
and
as loud as I want. Yes,
no one's gonna say
my
anything.
dog gets a little freaked out, but I put her in another room.
She supports you though. She does support you from behind the door.
Exactly. So, but yeah, so this time right now to me, just because I love all the sports, that right now these next 2 weeks and how that's going to carry on, I have a great feeling for both teams, so I'm really excited.
Absolutely, I'm the same way. Well, before we let you go, I would be remiss not to ask you about all of the Yo Quiero products that we have on the table here. We have some corn salsa.
Yes, that is brand new.
That looks so good.
It's really, really delicious. Good. The corn is so crunchy and has a lot of flavor. It's really delicious.
So what is do you like to dip that in chips?
Yeah, that one is a good chip one for me. It's also a great layering one. So if you get our guacamole, or even on top of the bean dip, it's just adding a little extra crunch besides the chip. It's just, it's a good layering, or just by itself, or if you top enchiladas or even like a taco topper, it would be amazing.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. We've got some avocado and
a
hard-boiled egg, which looks fantastic.
Dude, this is, I'm super proud of this. It is actually avocado with hard-boiled egg and then spices. And that's legit all it is. And it has 3 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber. So it's a perfect breakfast.
That is fantastic.
All you do is open up one of these little mini cups, put it on a piece of toast for breakfast, and you're set. And they also freeze. And I mean, they're really, really delicious. And they're just hitting the markets. We're working with a lot.
New.
Yes. We're also working with a lot of national dietitians on this as well, because for those that are either pre-diabetic or even those that are diabetic, this is a perfect breakfast for them, especially if they find a low-carb item or vehicle to put it on. It's so great because it has a very low glycemic index, I believe that's right. Yeah.
I cannot wait to try that. And of course, the bean dip, my favorite. I'm a big bean dip girl. Big bean dip girl, and y'all's is probably my favorite bean dip. Yo Quiero's bean dip is probably my favorite bean dip I've ever tried.
Good. And we're coming out with a black bean dip too. Yeah. It's coming out within the next month or so. I'll make sure you get plenty.
Hit your local store. Yes. And where can you get all of this stuff?
Your local here in Dallas, Tom Thumb and Albertsons.
Tom Thumb and Albertsons.
Yeah.
Get your Yo Quiero stuff, because it's really, really good. And I love your avocado necklace too.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I usually, this is my nice little charm, and I go all avocado where I can.
Oh, so. I just love that. We are big avocado fans here too.
Great.
Well, Tara, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You are always so great to have in studio, and I love that you're such a college football fan like the rest of us too. But
very much.
We're super excited for year 2 of our partnership with Yo Quiero. So thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We are Women Talking Football. We're here every Thursday at 2 p.m. talking football around the Lone Star State. Guys, tomorrow we send the magazine to press. So if you're not a subscriber yet, get on your laptop right now, texasfootball.com/subscribe, so you can get that magazine that we have worked so freaking hard on before it hits newsstands. Do it right now, texasfootball.com/subscribe to get your magazine, your 2024 Dave Campbell's Texas Football Summer Edition magazine before it hits newsstands.